Hello and welcome to episode 7 of Eledor Plays Kenshi. Um, so, we had Ares off exploring the different areas of the Holy Lands, or the Holy Kingdom, I should say. So she's currently in Blister Hill. Everyone else is still down in the hub. At the moment, they are just mining. So it's Eledor, Hobbs, Ruka, Logan, and Fade are off mining. Fade in his very heavy armor. Still doesn't help him too much in a fight, but it's partly because his skill's just not there yet. One thing you can do is you can put the block setting on, and it will massively increase his dodge and defense. The main issue with that is if he's on block, he basically will not attack. He'll focus purely on staying alive and will gain 20 to his melee defense skill. However, he will not attempt to make any attacks. This is handy for keeping weaker characters alive when they're outclassed. I should possibly do that, because they can hold up the bigger crowds and stuff. But I like to get everyone's defense skill up a bit. Because as I like to say, the lower the skill is, the faster you'll grow it. Now, just having a wander around in here. This is the hat shop. So a day has passed since the last played. But nothing really new here. Sorry, Zulkin. It's not too bad. There is a don't like that. Oh, no fight happening in the front, is there? Do more river. I just collected a ton of those. These are the ones I collected earlier. Oh, no. Wait, no. These are the ones I collected earlier. Jeez. River raptors are quite weak. I wonder who made that noise. So the weapon they're using at the moment are combat cleavers. Do any of them have the Holy Saber? No. They're also taking a lot of damage from them. I've seen a few of them limping around. It's actually a good source of money. Those are not worth getting. They don't sell for anything. And I don't believe anyone can eat them. Oh, except for hives. You can feed hivers off those. So if you had a whole group of hivers, you could probably live off the river raptors. Yep. Every time I do this, I'm killing them. But the leather is worth it. I'm just going to sell it all. I'm not going to take it back. If we need leather, we can always get it from wolves and other stuff. Or big things. Which would... Oh god, I forgot about that pile. we have yet to see the wonderful, lovely fauna known as the big thing. And when I say lovely fauna, I mean it's a complete lie. They are terrible and scary. Just uncanny enough to be creepy as hell. One thing you'll constantly see is river nests getting wiped out. They're randomly generated, so they just keep popping back up. I've had a few times where I set up a base, and they just popped up right in the middle of my base. Oh, one's up. These aren't going to last long. As you can hear, it did not last long. How far did you get? I don't know. Ah, that could be it. So usually you have a paladin leading him. Yeah, there you go. So everyone else is armed with combat cleavers, and then you got the paladin who's got the actual hacker, or the sword cross, whatever. This is called. It's got the proper big hilt and the crossguard. So I do want to get one of them. Unfortunately, can't get a good quality one. However, we can buy the ability to make them. So I can get the plans. Once you get to tech level 2. So my intention at the moment when it comes to technology is I want to get up to the next tier of buildings before we go make a base. So I think Paladin's Cross. So there's this one. It is actually a worse version of my plank. So you can see it's a model refitted blade, while it is a model old refitted blade. But the actual damage, it's not comparable. But it weighs half the weight. Yeah, so we can buy it here. It's only 5,000. Cleavers, are those cleavers? Moon cleaver. What is a moon cleaver? It's combat cleavers. Moon cleaver. I can't remember what they look like. So we can get the Paladin's Cross. That means we'll start off with some rather bad ones. Initially. I'll just get rid of all this leather. We've got enough backup base anyway to be creating leather for a long time. What's the other weapon there? It was cleavers. Might as well grab them too. They're cheap. Alright, I think there was a good piece of armor to look at too. Basically, I had a little bit of a pre-run around here beforehand. So I was trying to make some money in the background. And we also do not have the guy I wanted to hire here, so he must be back at a Blister Hill. Not Blister Hill, Stack? So we could get that. Nope, I was making up. There is nothing here. The visor helm's not bad. The mast helm's probably not bad either. But all the leather, chain shirt. It's rusty though. That's the problem with rusty. Yeah, nothing really worth here. Heart protector, so just that. No thanks. They can help protect the chest, but don't do the best job in the world. Okay. We'll go hire the 2 people who are here. So we've got a little bit of numbers. Because I just don't want Ares running around carrying all this herself. So I think there's Dazark and Dirt. Or Dazerk. Because we need to build up our miners. And there's some good Greenlanders here. Dazerk? There he is. Dazerker. Stop talking so much, they say. I can't hear myself think, they say. So I like to talk. Who cares? You hiring, buddy? I'm working for work. I ain't interested in hanging around in this dull bar with these grumps. Sure, how much are you charging? Yeah, I don't know about the good company. Right. Mohawk. Scraggy beard. Extremely pale face. Doesn't quite match the rest of his face. Do that. Let's play with the character designer. So I've always liked it because it actually does have a lot of... If you know what you're doing, you can actually do quite a bit with it. What do I want? You know what? I don't mind that. Alright. Do we want to be short, squat dwarf, or do we want to be fairly tall? There we go. Yeah, let's make him some muscle. We'll give him a bit of height. But we'll do a bit more than what we did with Eledor. We're going to make him big and bulky. So you can see, these legs are too short. Those legs are way too short. Yeah. Should I go that one? No, we'll go the moustache. Moustache. If anyone remembers that stupid meme which went around for a while. Hairstyle, hair color. Yeah, make a bit of a silver fella. Alright. Okay. Now we'll go find a dirt, who I think might have been in that one. We'll probably give him... What weapons he got? Yeah, it's better than nothing for now. Ares is sort of carrying a bit of a... Oh, actually. Oh, you got the bandits here. They got anything? Not bandits. Shinobi. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, it's better. Who's there dirt here? Must have got the wrong one. There's a trade skill pacifier. So as a reminder, if you ever play this game and you get really bad with a faction and you want to make nice with them, find the pacifier for that faction and they can, for a fee, will make them not hate you anymore. Anyone up here? No, this is empty. It's actually kind of weird how empty the whole Holy Kingdom has been. There's barely anyone here. This is the capital, and yet there's only 2 hirees in the entire capital. And I haven't seen Griffin, who is a usual stock standard guy you'd meet in these ones. Unless he was in a stack and I missed him. Might have been. Might not have had any money at the time. So prime purpose for people like Berserker and Dirt will be just to give us some more workers. And we'll see if we can find some more muscle. Preferably a robot of some sort, if we can get one. There's Dirt. Now, I have a feeling she's going to be worth a little bit more. Not easy being a woman in this town, huh, Outlander? Sister in Merc, we will need to stick together. Stick to these righteous, self-righteous jugheads. Show her how much you're charging. Oh, she's a poorie. Alright. Because I got this stupid anime thing on. What was her base head? That, I think. So we'll go for brown eyes. Alright. It's a little bit disturbing. You can see a little bit of clipping there when you do it. I think it goes... No, it's there regardless. Never mind. So it's not unique to the anime face. We'll go for 2. No, actually I think that's 3. You get more options with the anime face too. I may spend a bit of an inordinate amount of time doing this sort of thing. Make it smaller. There's a close. No, wrong one. 0. Tilt the eyes a little bit. There's some more options down here. Shrink the pupil size a little bit. Give her a bit more of a sleepy look. Increase the width of the eyes a little bit. Bounce out a little bit. Probably want to heighten the eyes a little bit. Nope, wrong height. Where is it? Eye height. You know, you raise the height a little bit, it actually makes the character look more mature. Gets rid of a bit of the kiddie atmosphere to it. We'll do a brow tilt about there. Makes it a bit more judgy in her appearance. Hair wise. That's annoying. It's one of the issues I have with the character designer. It might be because the neck's too far forward. No, that doesn't really fix it. So put the neck at 100. Maybe we can change a posture. Let's go back to 100. Don't want it too skinny. That was the neck position. It looks funny. I think about 50 should do. Shrink the shoulders a little bit. We'll get the arms about the same size. Shrink the chest a bit. That's the chest thickness. Oh, maybe put up a little bit. She doesn't. It's her face too. Probably the neck unbalances the head. Or the hair's sort of not balancing out properly. That probably works better. Right. Now, what's a weapon? Is it just a bat? No, it's a better weapon. Why does Zerk have such a bad weapon? Alright, let's give it some proper clothing. And we'll give the circus some proper pants. And that's good enough for now. Her weapon. Oh, what's going on? Keep an eye on your little flashy bits. Tells you if something's happening. Is there someone attacking? It's a tech hunter. Did I see someone coming? I swear I saw someone running towards. Is that the only hungry bandit? Rick is probably capable of handling the one guy on his own. Oh, there's a whole secret squad running around back there. Alright, she's gonna get mobbed. Pull her back. Pull Logan back before he gets mobbed too. And fade. Turn off all that. So the reason I keep turning that off is so that they're not running back to try and do that in between. Alright. No, trade ninjas should be fun. They're almost to the point where they can take them on their own. I just feel like they're too outnumbered still. You go, Ruka. You go, Ruka. Oof. He looks like such an idiot with that on. Oh, how's Hobbs going? Oh, come on, Hobbs. Fade, go help Hobbs. Oh, they handle it. Who are you racing? Who's this way? Oh, Logan. Oof, you got badly hit. Once you get the skills up later on, it's fun watching you guys just tear apart groups. Once you get your defense skill up to a certain point... Jeez, when did Logan get so good? Is it his armor? What is he wearing? Ah! Oh! Now that makes more sense. Trying to get away and we're just beating him up. Alright, you get everyone fixed up, Molly. How'd everyone go? Fade, barely injured. Ruka. No section not much lower than a human. Logan got pretty badly hurt. So did Hobbs. Eledor barely got touched. Or my stand-in character, I should say. But god damn, I gotta fix that helmet up. That is terrible. That helmet is absolutely terrible. I mean, I guess it's helped, but god damn, it looks terrible. I'm gonna be complaining about that for a while. Alright, I think everyone should go back and heal. So I tell them to go there, they might go do it themselves. Alright. Food. I think we're short on food. How's everyone going? We've got a food cube. Should probably buy another one. What's the food guy? Go. No, there's a man. We'll get another 2 food cubes, that should do us. Okay, there's a temple. Armor shop. No, there was nothing in there. Let's have him hang out in the street for now. So, with the tech, one thing, so we're trying to get ourselves up to tech level 2. which should open up a bunch of different tech levels, so to speak. Where's the shop guy? I haven't checked him in a bit. Rest. 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 Faye doesn't really need it. Go find the merchant. There. Ooh, blackened chainmail. I think it's as good as normal chainmail. As a comparison, there's normal chainmail. That's rusty. So it is comparable to standard chainmail. Tempted. What's Ruku's protection? Same as Eledor. Hobbs. Just got that crappy little shirt. Logan. Fade can't wear it. So to make Eledor better. Wait, Fade there? Yeah, I know that. Okay, we'll pass that on to Eledor. You can then pass his chain. Yep, so it's proper full body coverage. As you can see, stealth effect 0.54 versus 0.3. Crossbow is the same. Dodge skill is less badly affected, 0.9 versus 0.8. Combat speed is the same. Dexterity effect is the same. So it's better in just about every way. It's better protection. It is better in every way. Let me rephrase that. Some bits are the same, but for the most part, it's better in every way. Then we chuck that on him. And does anyone else have a... You have Hobbs' shirt. Molly doesn't need it. How's everyone going? Okay. We're getting back to mining. I think they've had enough time to recover a little bit. Where's Ruka? Ruka was... there. Logan can go there. Faye can go out on his own over there. And Molly will also remain my run around for now. Okay, so we haven't actually progressed very far at all. How much copper do we build up? 30. Alright. We're going to head back to Stack. Got two compatriots in tow. I do love this world. I feel like it's one you can definitely explore this as a single player. You don't need to have a big force to do that. You can be just sort of the wandering explorer, just trying to find all the different points of the map yourself. Well, as always, if you ever go down to this area, go straight to Mongrel. You can try and fight the fog people, but they will overwhelm you. Unless you're very strong. If I went in with Ares right now, she'll get a butt handed to her. Partly because she's kind of sucky at the moment, but that's beside the point. Alright, Molly. You know what? That's enough feeling there. I want you to go do some research. Once we get that research done, we'll probably need to buy another house so we can, don't know which one. Probably just a storm house. Don't want to overdo it. Problem is, if you start getting too comfortable in the hub, you really do miss out on a lot of the later game benefits of having your own base. And I want to try and avoid that. Because that's what I usually end up doing. I usually do all my research here, and then eventually I go make a base, instead of actually, you know, doing the research as part of my base. So, my plan is to... actually, we'll cancel that one. Okay, so the cost doesn't go away. We'll get tech level 2, and then we'll need to get a tech level 2 building set up. Which I can... So, smaller bench is this big. The tech level 2 bench is about that big. So we'll need something like a storm house to build on top of. Or in. Let's go back to Ares and Co. I'm so looking forward to when this game comes out. The second version of this game eventually comes out, if it does come out. It will, but I've been following this game for so long. I love reading about it, even if I don't play it that well. Also, just it's got that desolate beauty to it. So I'm interested to see what they can pull off in Unreal 5. Zoom. After a while, eventually start hitting... Ooh, getting some rain. You only really get rain properly in the... well, there's definitely different areas. There's a farm. There's also not a lot of resources out here. So if you get in the river, there's plenty of resources. But anywhere else, it's actually kind of lacking. Look at that. It's almost Looney Tunes run. Zoom. I do love the star. The star map is great, even if it's just a singular image, which is just being rotated slowly. Whoever did the star map did a good job. Just having a drink. Some sort of star there. Look at the big graphical floor I usually got, which was this big sort of half semicircle just forming. Ah, it's done. Okay, so we go to core tech. We can now get medium building shells, which gives us the outhouse, longhouse, and bughouse. From there, where are we going? What are we doing? Let's check for Griffin in here. There's a Tanashi. Is that some sort of danger I saw? Before I saw it flash. I saw it flash. Okay, we've got 55. Let's go sell some. Always do that. Just put it back down to slow speed. Okay. Now, what can we get here? Advanced outpost building blueprints. This is actually to get not the next lot of stuff. I don't think we actually need to get tech level 3. So, just to give you an idea what these different types of buildings are. So, an L house is this. You get that sort of basic room with the same room on top. It's quite a large building. It's still nothing compared to, obviously, the station house. And if you can make your base around a station house, it'd be amazing. Problem with station house is use a lot of resources to build. But if you can have it as your main building, because when you build your first town for the first time, whatever building is your first building is sort of like the capital building, and everything is centered around it. So there's a certain radius to where it gets rid of the flora, so to speak. So I would say the central building for the hub was probably the inn here. So the longhouse, that's the longhouse. It is actually not the best in terms of room. Go to areas and see if there's some. Got some here. Yep. So this is your longhouse. So it's broken up a bit too much. You could fit stuff here and there, but not a lot. So you can fit some tables and stuff like that. It's not particularly useful there. That is the bug house. The bug house is probably the biggest of those-ish, but it has that dome at the end, which you can't build anything on. So, yeah, the ale house is, by and large, the biggest of the buildings. So just, there you go. So this looks good, the Y house, but again, that dome in the middle ruins its aesthetic, or ruins its ability to be usable. The temple, or a step house, a lot of space is ruined by just having that gap right there. You can probably put a few things up there, but this area is less useful. What other buildings we got? So this is a station house when it's fully built. As you can see, it's massive. You can cover it with defences all the way around, including on the steps here. You can't build anything on the steps as far as I'm aware, but it is useful in that aspect. Go back to here. Oh no, Molly. So this is also the snail house. We usually see them as big inns. There is a whole central top floor you can get, so they're actually probably the second most roomy. In terms of size, you can see the difference. So there's the ale house, snail house. You can fit the ale house almost in here. Problem is, it's got a staircase which sort of breaks it up, makes it a bit hard to put things in. And again, station house can just eat everything. The towers, they look great until you actually try building them yourself and realize there's not as much space as you think. So as long as you're not actually putting a lot of construction stuff in a tower, it's great. But if you do, suddenly you're fighting for space. So yeah, ideally I want to get to the next stage of building. I think I need an engineering book for that, and I'll have to send Aries off on a trip to get that. I think it'll be in here. There's an oil rig you can go to get some engineering books without having to fight anything for it. So it'll be a nice little adventure we'll go on. Okay. Oh yeah, we'll need some iron plates, I think. Did I put some aside? No. Okay, there's a cheaper one of these here. Two of them are cheap. So for some reason these two are cheaper than the others. So yeah, the old storm house here is 6,000. Well, this one's 4,800. Same for that one. So you can get these two for cheap. And they don't need as much building supplies to build. Well, I think they need as much. Anyway, we'll get one of them. Everyone will move out because it's our building now. I'll get her to start the repair process. There you go. So we're going to need another 16 building pieces. So, when you're building a base, you'll need to get a stone mine. You need to find a location where you can actually produce a bit of stone from it too. So as you see, the percentage increases the amount you'll get from it. So like there is about 75. I think it was 76. Yeah. So you can build one there. That'd be great. Just an example. You need to also build one of these. And that allows you to get your building materials. From there you can start building your walls, your buildings and other stuff. So for example, you need 16 to build a storm house, small shacks, a 5. And you also need to research iron production, because you need iron plates to build a lot of stuff. It's probably worth it if you do set up a base just to have a mining operation happening elsewhere, like say at the hub or at one of the capital cities, like not capital cities, maybe Squin. Just so you got some money income happening, because I once tried building a base in the Holy Empire, and my guy starved to death essentially because I was just so bad at it. I was so bad. Okay, so it's been built. So we're just going to need to get some more building supplies as we go. Good drop. Drop all that off in here. Ew. What am I still carrying that around for? Okay. So, Tanashi? That's not who we're looking for. Looking for a guy called Griffin. He is, other than Kang, who is a Shek, he's probably the best fighter you can get easily. Can I try that bar? We'll go that bar. Nope. Basically, Griffin is a former Holy Soldier who's semi-retired or decided to go into adventuring or something like that. But we don't seem to have him here, which is unusual. Other bar. That's the last option. I guess it's good practice for areas to get her running up. Get some extra strength going. So total weight is 15 plus whatever your strength is. I believe. Yep, adds up. There he is. Griffin. As you can see, stats-wise, he's got 20 attack, 20 defense, 20 strength, 20 dex. His toughness is 1 though. And armor-wise, looks like he's wearing a leather shirt with the leather pants and drifter's boots. And a useless hood. And a cleaver of some kind on his back. Got a few Tanishis going on here. Yeah, not a lot of female adventurers in this area. So Griffin is actually quite expensive. I think it's like 7,500 to buy. I had a dream last night. The Lord of Light, Orkran himself, came to me and he told me that I would meet a wealthy wanderer from the outside. The wealthy wanderer will lead me to the truth, will lead me to the origin of the first extinction. And with this, the land of the Holy Nation will finally find peace. First extinction? What is that? Destruction of the ancient capitals thousands of years past. According to the doctrine of the Holy Lord Phoenix himself, it was the agents of, the skeletons that caused the extinction. It will happen again. How and why, I don't know, but this very belief is what tears our society apart. There's still such an overwhelming fear and suspicion into our nation that we've begun to destroy our very own society by our own hands. And you find the truth will calm that fear? I believe so, and Rockran will show me that if you are the one to lead me to that truth. So Wanderer, I will follow you, but it'll cost you 9,000 cats. Do you have the coin? I have the cats, but do you have the skills? I had the battle experience. I'm an ex-holy sentinel after all, although a little out of practice. It's been a few years now since I left on my pilgrimage, but I don't expect you to pay more than my worth, Wanderer. Beyond to have you follow me. So, off the bat, quite tough. Like, just to give you an example, areas have been building up. Basically nothing. Eledor, it's getting better. Hobbs, not bad. Ruka, she's pretty good. Logan, Molly, could be better. Fade, pretty good. There's Griffin. The only things he's lacking in his dodge, and don't give him polearms. And he needs his toughness to be built up. But otherwise, he's starting at 20. He's my best guy, which I think would be probably Ruka? Yeah, Ruka's probably my best fighter. And he's better than her in some ways already, and he hasn't even started. Athletics he's weaker in. Again, dodge he's not so good in. Toughness he's definitely weaker in. But otherwise, he's just a pretty damn good fighter. And he has a long cleaver. That's the weapon he has. Is it the crappy version? No, it's not. It's the old refitted blade. Sekus is a good bodyguard. Although, I probably want to hire everyone else here too. I think there's Tanisha. There's 2 Tanishas. And a Bard. Oh, Bard! Oh, he's a funny fella. He's a joker. That's if it's the one I think it is. Why are you... Oh, okay. Rick was just like, I'm stopping for no reason. Okay. Just get some more food in there. And... we need one more of those. We need a lot more of that, but one will do for now. And again, this is where, if you remember, if anyone remembers from one of the previous episodes where we went to the tiny settlement over here, if you want to set up a base and you don't want to have to buy all your resources, there is a huge amount of resources sitting right there for you to go grab and give you a good little start. Ruined Holy Outpost also has some stuff, mainly just cheap weapons. So there's a bunch of stuff in there you can use to sort of give you a bit of a leg up in the early game. By all means, do not do what I do. I'm a bit of a turtle. You do not have to be in the hub. There are different starts. You can start all the way over in the desert. I think there's one start where you can start up in the Cannibal Lands up here. Not the best place to start, but it's a place, definitely. And some more United City stuff down here. This is the end game area. I think I mentioned it before, but this is where you go when you're ready to fight the final boss, essentially. So we'll probably go have a look at the the United Cities at some point. There are some, but I think first we want to go have a look at Shark, because we can usually hire a bunch of people there. Problem is getting them out in one piece. That's where you can hire some mercenaries to give you a bit of a head start there. So let's have a look at what Griffin's wearing, just to check. So dark leather shirt, drifter's pants, all shoddy grade, and old refitted blade, which is probably technically a shoddy grade as well. So let's see how much. Ooh, medic. If you're looking for a medic, I've got skills right here. Looking to band up, traveller? How about combat? Can you fight as well? Not really, but I'm good at science and stuff. Great. How much? 6,000 cats. You're in, buddy. Alright, we already got someone moustache, so let's change that. Okay, no, we need that moustache. Did he have the... No, the guys don't have it. It seems to be a girl thing. Go for that one. I think he needs a stronger chin. Can I do more to the jaw? Yeah, not actually a lot I can do there. Give him a bit of a... For a bit of a Van Cleef look, I think. Probably doesn't have hair like that though, Van Cleef. Yeah, sort of had hair like that. Just the neck's a bit... I don't know, don't know what about that. Actually, there we go. That'll do. Tanishi. Fine. There's another guy called Tanishi. Actually, no, I'm going to call this guy Van Cleef. Ah, jeez. Caps lock on. Van Cleef. Yeah, Van Cleef the Doctor. Should call him Dr. Cleef. Equipment wise, basically nothing good. Tagamust, which is actually it's just cloth. Gives a bit of blunt resistance. Crappy Wakizashi, like a really bad one. It's just rusted junk. Probably want to get Bard. Actually, I'll check if he's free. And I say, hey, wiggle on over this way, Muffin, I tell you. Ha! I tell you, I've never seen someone so steamed so fast. So I took the... Oh, glass is empty. Say, pal, let me some cash. I'll make it worth your while. Will you now? Tell you what, I'll sing you a song. Ahem. Chum. On the second foot, pay my 3,000 cat tab, and I'll sing you tales till the sun... I can't even pay my own tab right now. Sorry, pal. Okay. Sometimes when you cancel on them, it doesn't actually let you talk to them again, but I think that's fine. Okay. Any more money sitting in there? No. Gotta wait. Or... Because Bard's fun. For the NPCs, he's one of the funner ones. Geez, not a lot here, actually. Like, really not a lot. Can't do a lot of that at all. I'll probably sell the fuel a little bit. But the rest of it's like, yeah. Not so much. I got Molly with the Holy Flame book when I should have given that to Ares. So anyway, that'll do it for today. Thank you for watching. Didn't do an awful lot, unfortunately. Did have to fight some bandits. We got to see that the team is starting to get stronger. They can actually hold themselves up to the bandits now. We have acquired Griffin, and, well, we've got Berserker, Dirt, Griffin, and Van Cleef. So Van Cleef is a full doctor and a scientist. Griffin is a straight up just fighter. Dirt is useless. And Berserker is also useless. And we'll figure out what we do with those two. Probably just turn them into miners. And I probably want to get Bard, because I can just turn him into miner as well. And might have been someone else. And there's another Tanisha, but I don't know if we need another doctor. I'm not sure I want to spend our 6,000 on someone. Anyway, we'll get Ares back to the hub eventually. And after that, we'll get this built. Stormhouse, and we'll get a tech research bench 2 on top, which will then allow us to start progressing to the next building. So I'm going to primarily focus on just getting buildings. So once we get those, I think the next level up is what I want to get to eventually. We will then look to making a base somewhere. I'll have a bit of a think about where to go. And we'll try and get a guru or a bull with some baggage beforehand, just so we've got a little bit of extra carrier capacity, because at the moment we kind of have none. We can load people up like Ares with these huge bags, but it's not exactly a very efficient way for anything to be carried. One of the advantages of pack animals is they do not get slowed down by weight, so you can have them completely chocked with just full of resources, and they do not slow down, which is why they're a much more valuable resource than, say, a group of guys running around with bags on their backs. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you want to leave a like or subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, there will be Mountain Blade tomorrow. Not Mountain Blade tomorrow. It'll be Cyberpunk tomorrow. Mountain Blade on Thursday. Streaming. I haven't decided yet what I'm playing yet. I might do a Kenshi stream. I might do something else. I might just do some more Guild Wars 2. I'm kind of obsessed with the game at the moment. RimWorld on Saturday. Minecraft on Sunday. And then next week again. So anyway, keep doing what you're doing. Look after yourselves. Look after your pets. And cheerio, guys. Bye.